voice that is not your own. You are no child of Duna. A voice that is not your... Enter freely, child of Duna.
Statues coming to life?
I thought I'd seen everything.
With great armored fists, the Knight of Duna...
Oh, no you don't!
He leans forward, glimpsed...
It's all a joke!
The Knight of Duna's features slacken. He looks almost calm.
No more talking, hear me? There's only one way this will end. Lie!
Carved onto the face of the altar, in honor of Duna, there is no sign of life from the altar. Carved onto the face of the... In honor of Duna, there is no sign of life. spirit is altogether more composed than his late corporeal form. His helmet rests in the crook of his arm, revealing an august...
A godwoken? I thank you. Death was the only remnant, but these fiends resurrect those they have use of. Please, consume my spirit. I don't want to come back. I don't want to... The Black Ring came and sacked the temple. The one that leads them, the sallow man.
The spirit averts his gaze with a...
I will not say it. It would be blasphemy to even utter the words. The sallow man is a trickster, a deviant. They must have been lies that he concocted. They must... Good. I thank you. Hopefully that creature's lies will rot alongside him. There's little I can do to help you. It's the altars that have that power. Bow to the altar of Duna, and to those of the others also. I was not worthy. I failed the gods twice over now. All I deserve is nothingness. I begged them to let me serve here on the island. Please! I failed my duty, and let...
A pained look flashes across the spirit...
As you will it, Godwoken.
Carved onto the face of the altar, in honor of Duna, there is no sign of... Carved onto the... In honor... There is no... Carved onto the face... In honor of... There is no... A voice that is... You are no child.
Godwoken, you have succeeded where I couldn't. Please accept this with my thanks, and the thanks of all those I served alongside.
She hands you a small yet heavy trinket, craft...
If the acorn doesn't catch up with us first.
So this is it. The Temple of the One.
Hey there, Chief. Miss me? As it turns out, when one friend turns their back on you, you left me to die. The God King offered me a new life. Quite an easy. Good luck, of course.
Yes, it's me. In the flesh, to an extent. No such thing for those who scar themselves. I've found a new master. Through him, I shall be free.
Godwoken. Are your studies complete? All Godwoken have completed their studies. I take you now to the arena. The wellspring awaits the victor. There you may fall, or you may rise. So it begins. The first Godwoken to enter the wellspring of ascension becomes divine. May the new divine be worthy. For the rest, may he have to the wells begin.
So good of you to come, God-awoken. You know, you are many things, but above all, you are reliable. Reliable to the point of being predictable. You came to the wellspring. I followed. The Lady Vengeance is, after all, my ship. And now here we all are.
It is time, mistress.
She gives you a long and steady look, as if it is the last time you shall see each other for the rest of eternity. Then she dips her chin in acknowledgement.
Yes, Breedeman. It is time.
She raises the Aetherin. Like a divining rod to water, it seeks the wellspring and finds it.
We are done, mistress.
Yes, Breedeman, we are done. And so too, Godwoken, are you. Soon you shall be little more than goodbye.
It might be wise to look for a way out of here.
Really? You think so?
If I didn't know our shield had everything under control, I'd think we were in big trouble.
The ritual has failed. The structure lies in ruins, but you have at least survived. You should feel relief, disappointment, confusion, anything. The rage grows, burning hotter than the volcano, and it wants you. A familiar figure materializes before you. A copy of yourself, enraged. Your own face glowers at you in hateful fury. It opens its mouth, and your furious god begins to speak.
You failure. You nobody. You weakling. Look me in the eye. I am Relic. I yield. Surrender yourself to your god. Yield to Relic, that he may be god of Rivellon. If you won't yield by your own will, you will yield by mine.
titan lies in pieces before you. The god controlling it is dead by your hand. Lava roils as earthquakes rumble around you. It's Malady. Where the hell are you, she calls. Ah, find my beacon. We need to get out of here now. Her voice crackles and dissipates in your mind.
I guess when I said never again, I really meant once or twice more. Okay. Okay. The Hall of Echoes once more. Our home away from home. Close indeed. You almost became a god, and instead you're still... you. At least you managed to murder one of the 7. Quite the spectacle. I've never seen anything so... Let's talk about this later. I need to rest. We've still one big jump to go, but...
She casts her gaze around, taking in the streaming bluish ether. She breathes a deep, ragged breath.
At least, it's quite beautiful here, isn't it? I'm going to take a rest, sort myself out. I suggest you do the same. Speak to the ship if you need me. She'll know where to find me. This may be your last bit of respite before the storm blows in again, Godwoken. Enjoy.
Take whatever time you need to gather yourself, my friend. When you are ready, we can proceed. It shall be done.
Melody's face is drawn. She seems tired, somewhat subdued. She looks you over and squints.
What's wrong with you? You seem happy. It's written all over you. In truth, I'm glad to see it. A joy. I've had some time to think, and there's a few matters I want to discuss before we carry on. I doubt you've forgotten the death of Meister Siva.
She swallows hard and closes her eyes for a moment, as though trying to dispel a dizzy spell.
She and I had a deal, you see. A deal that's now quite obviously defunct. According to its terms, I was to help you ascend to divinity, and she was to help me with another matter. The details aren't important now, it's just... never mind. Another entangling alliance. But I won't be able to disentangle it on my own. There may come a time when I need to count on you as an ally. So, are we? Allies, that is. The details are detailed. Suffice it to say that Meister Siva believed she could help me. And I believe you're twice the sorcerer she ever was. So? That's something I don't often hear. Thank you. Really. Moving on. I found out where Dallas is heading. There's a great city not far from Driftwood, Arks by name. It's controlled by Magisters, so you'll have your work cut out for you. We have to find out what she's planning to do with the powers of the Seven. You'll need to find her and take back what she stole, and quickly, before she does something irreversible. Dallas, or any of the others for that matter, cannot be allowed to use the powers of the gods. She doesn't understand what must be done. She doesn't understand how to rule. It's quite simple, really. Chaos is a fact of life, surer than any other. Power is one of the few structures that can cut a line through that chaos. If wielded well, that line will mean stability, order, a comfort against the unknowable, changing forces of chaos. If wielded poorly, the line will mean domination, terror, different from chaos, but no better. Dallas, and the others like her, Alexander, the Mother Tree, the Prince of Shadows, they are little better than demons, really. They seek power at the expense of others, not to create stability, but to create servants. Look at my face, Godwoken. What do you see? I suppose we all see what we want to see. When I look in the mirror, I see balance. Balance between darkness and light, between good and evil. Whatever those categories mean. When the time comes for you to ascend, remember my face. Remember that despite any shortcomings you might have, if you can bring a semblance of balance to the world, you'll have done as good as the Seven did. And if you can be stronger than them, you'll do all the better. The Seven are gone, slain by their Godwoken, slain by you. You have the potential, the obligation even, to do better than they did. To create a better world than the world they made. I know what evil is, Godwoken. I've seen what chaos can do. It isn't how I picture Rivellon's future. You are my insurance against that. Now, there's little time to spare. We need to get you to Arks, find Dallas, take back what she stole. Shall we go? Waiting is what I do best whenever you're around.
Sabile's spirit watches your approach like a spectator on a beach watches the waves roll in with a soothing inevitability.
There we have it, don't we, dear? The final die has been cast, and it's come up wanting. You have what you hope for you still live. Forsake me now. Go hence and give chase to your mortal and should you find the one I hunted, unite his heart with a blade, I beg of you. From death, let me be death.
Arx is waiting, and very good. How lucky for you I'm on your side. I'm probably the only one masterful enough to transport an entire ship safely between the land of the dead and the land of the living. Captain Malady stands at the ready.
After the briefest moment of respite, Malady brought the Godwoken to Arx to recover the divine powers Dallas had snatched away. But the half-demon's secret was taking its toll on her.
Lucian! Fools! The bastard's going to ruin everything! Brace! 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 Don't say anything.
Malady groans, her face twisting in pain. She falls to one knee, catching herself on her hands.
Yes, not my finest work. But never you fear. I've pulled a clever trick out of my sleeve. The Lady Vengeance stands in two realms at once, her body...
She raises herself to her feet unsteadily.
At least I got us where we wanted to go. This is Arx. This is where Dallas has fled with the powers of the gods. Dallas must be stopped. She has stolen the powers of the Seven. You'll need to get the Aetherin back if you're to fight the God King. Track her in Arx. Find out where she's gone and end her. You cannot fail, Godwoken. Not for anything.
Oh, Quercus. She might have been a butchered tree, but she still made a noble home. We cannot hide in their barren hall of echoes. We cannot idly...
Solora looks up to you, then back to Quercus. His whiskers...
We must fight! Onward, Quercus! Onward, shield! Until the great acorn drops. Ho!
These Godwoken are going to be the death of me. Hurry along now. We'll need to find... That's for you to discover. Take care of yourself,
Gareth massages his forehead and grunts.
I'm growing soft, aren't I?
Glad to see you're still kicking at least. Though I should warn you, Arks kicks back.
Gareth scans the wreckage and whistles. The Lady Vengeance is well and truly ruined. He stretches an arm in front of him and takes inventory of every scrape, cut, and bruise.
As good as I'm gonna get. Godwoken, it may be Lucian's day, but Arks will give you little cause to celebrate. I must stay here, but I can give you this. Through it, Lucian may still protect... Old habits, my friend. I pursued my guiding star. I had no idea it would lead me so astray.
Gareth smiles at you. You see in him something he's lacked of late. Hope.
It's a city at a crossroads. Volumes could be written about a single conflict. Yet Arks endures an infinitude at once. It's from Arks that the Divine Order operates, so to speak. Though you'll find its operations are as scattered as dandelion seeds in a cyclone. With both factions at odds, sorcery is not a pervading concern. Do not, however, assume that every paladin offers safe haven. The enemy... I'll do what I do best. Hold things together. Who is Lucian's greatest asset. A great wizard, and clever as a cat. He protects Lucian's remains. He's a man of many talents, not the least of which is... knowing. Who spots details that elude even the savviest of spies.
Gareth grasps your shoulder.
You've done much for me. It's a miracle I even stand here now, frankly. You've got more miracles in you, Ifan. With you, what was impossible...
Our lady's naught but kindling now. All we've got is each other. Not that I had any inkling of running off. Not when I'm so close to ending Justinia's plans once and for all. Well, not really a ray of sunshine, am I? Come on, off to Mikhail Roz's estate. He'll know where Justinia is. I've heard his name once or twice. He's in, how would you say, the import-export business. I doubt he'll be drawing me a map direct to Justinia, if that's what you're hoping. Though you never know what I could convince him to do.
Beast winks at you.
I can be a charmer when I want to be. That's reassuring, actually.
These Godwoken are going to be the death of me.
What's on your mind? The Sallow Man's mirror was rather obscure, but I have my suspicions. There's an ancient Empire consulate in the city, you see. By far and away the only place with the appropriate decor and decorum to host a princess. The powers of the Seven, like... Of course, Sadher continues to play hide-and-seek as well. Rather hard not... I've always known... Did you? Must have been eclipsed in the presence of Divinity. But of course that doesn't quite answer your... I have thought about the prospect. When one strips away from the term all power, the true meaning of divinity is...
Not the finest of landings, though I suppose our dear vessel did well enough, given it's not exactly in its natural habitat. At least I can still access all of my tools in the Hall of Echoes. I wouldn't relish... Why work, of course? Anathema won't restore itself, I dare say. I shall finish what I started, aboard whatever remains of the Lady Vengeance in the Hall of Echoes. Come and find me later in the Hall of Echoes. I believe I'm rather close to having Anathema in working order.
Many more of those
The big acorn has come! The prophecy has been fulfilled!
Arks, do you think they recognized us?
big acorn has come, and it's chosen.
Lucian the Divine, standing guard over Arks. He's been slacking off there, in the harbor. The
The big acorn has come from the sky. It will wash away.
More two legs. Why must you crowd up?
death fog below.
You see the crash? The ship? Are they void woken? Thank the there are void woken within the city. I fear they are outside it too. But it seems Lucian's spirit watches over us. We are spared. For do as we do. Stay far away from us.
Do you see anything?
All that death fog.
Only fog.
I come for prayer and penitence. Instead, I find waste.
Pilgrims. Probably here for Lucian's Day.
No, I'm holding.
Me too. Excuse me, have you word from the city? I heard the paladins inside have overthrown the magisters. How can that be? And if it is, who's in charge of Fort Joy? My brother's just been sent there. I don't understand it. I just need to plead his case. To Dallas herself, if I'm able. He's a sweet lad. He doesn't belong there. But I'll sort it. I don't know. Maybe the paladins have finally had enough of this clampdown. The magisters will just go and lock up.
I came all the way from Driftwood, but I never expected to get stuck like this.
Another card? I'm the last merchant till inside the city gates. Get what you need, or you'll regret it.
Ah, hello. Please,
If you're in need of supplies, now's the time to stock up. There's no telling where you'll find another trader, such as things are.
No, I'm holding.
Me too. I feel awful. Hopefully Lucian will grant me his blessing.
Keep strong. Lucian will preserve you.
Another card?
No, I'm holding.
Me too. I feel awful. Hopefully Lucian will grant me his blessing.
You'll have to forgive my limited stock. The incident in the Void Woken. I was taking inventory of the stock I brought to sell in Arks, though I did see one little girl, all by herself just beyond the harbour. Poor thing. She was human. Light skin and fair hair, with a blue flower tucked behind one ear. But her eyes... I didn't know humans could have such dark eyes. A trick of the light, perhaps. And it wasn't the time to linger for another look.
Lucian will preserve you.
Me too.
The woman's upper lip twitches, and her chest heaves with each god-fearing utterance to the heavens.
Lucian, I pray thee absolve my sins and find me worthy.
She shoots you a frenzied glance.
He has told me his plan. Lucian will not wash our sins away with water or fire, but it spreads even now, just below. I am ready to...
She trails off, and her eyes flit upwards, as if...
I'm the last merchant till inside the city gate.
Lucian?
I pledge my heart. Oh, Lucian, please return. I can't believe that I made it all the way here just to get locked out of Arks. Never missed a Lucian's day in my life. Until now. You'll see why I'm sore, if you get to hear the endless...
You all right, stranger? I heard a huge crash in the mountains earlier. Maybe thunder, maybe void woken. Don't go wandering alone now. There's no telling what Lucian's Day. Got a few prayers of my own that need answering. But these days, who don't? Whites? Sure. Just before they locked the city gates. They say Dallas herself, of course, once the void woken landed, that were the only thing...
She shoots you a questioning look.
I won't ask. Long as it weren't a void woken, well, settle in then. No point heading...
I must have breathed in some of that death fog. Oh, my lungs ache. And I can't see straight.
I'm the last merchant till inside the city gate. Get what you need or you'll regret it.
You come to the city, I suppose. Like the rest of us.
Strong. Lucian...
Whatever your purpose in Arks, I want to visit Lucian's shrine to find answers. But perhaps it is a fool's errand, and yet he escapes justice. The homeland...
She smiles weakly.
But perhaps it is all for nothing. I do not expect to hear his voice, but I meditate. I look upon his... and perhaps not. Word comes that access is forbidden. There is fighting. I hear magisters in white fighting the paladins. And...
I feel awful. Hopefully Lucian won't.
Pledge my soul. Please return.
lock and key.
I'll yield to none.
bleeding. Prepare yourself. Eat.
Timberwing! You'll pay for that.
Ark with you.
I'll yield to none.
Healing!
Goods for sale here. Any takers? May Lucian grant me his blessing.
No, I'm holding.
Me too.
Keep strong. Lucian will preserve you.